Do you have Tari today?
Same story. Actually, he is out tonight. Sorry. So used to the other thing, but yeah, that's the plan. Call him out tonight and see how he feels for Washington.
Is there any concern that this could be similar to what happened last year?
No, I don't think so. He's obviously been imaged and looked at, and that's not the case. Very different from last year, but the lingering is not a great thing, obviously, and hope to have him back before that. But the plan is a plan, and we'll go with that for the next few games.
He got imaging again recently, because I think you said yesterday he was going to get looked at.
Weeks ago, and so obviously it's not the same as last year when they discovered it.
And you just say it's kind of flare up?
Yeah, I mean, from 3 weeks ago is when he first felt some soreness, and then he's still going through the games, and when it didn't go back to normal after a game, a day off, that's when we decided to rest him.
Is there a plan to get more imaging done?
Not as of now.
You talked about last season after a Lakers game, you talked about one of your team to know not to take a backseat to anyone. Is that something you still have to tell them this year, or do you feel like they're understanding that better?
No, I would say that was kind of laying the foundation last year, and I don't know if it was Lakers specifically, but that was the message from day one, and I don't think that's been a big problem. Some guys talk about their idols, first-time guys, but other than Reed, I think everybody's been there, done that.
Jalen had a couple blocks last game. Have you sensed that his instincts at defending around the rim have gone better this season?
Yeah, I think in general as well. I mean, using his athleticism, which we've talked about, he's a weak side defender, come over and do that. But even on ball, he had some really good defensive plays. I think a 24-second violation against Tatum up top, and like I said, we don't want any weak links defensively, and him understanding who he has to be for us is big. And so you saw the blocks, the block on Tatum, the block on Cornet, but also just standing in front of the ball using his speed and athleticism.
With Jabari with Ime going into the starting lineup in place of Jabari, who are the guys you're looking at to potentially fill the minutes that went to Ime previously off the bench?
Yeah, well, obviously, when looking forward to getting Tari back, that'll be a big piece of it. But Cam has been there, Jay Sean has been there recently, Aaron in and out all year, and then Jeff obviously last game. And so a combination of those guys as far as the wings and guards. But depending on if we go bigger and stay with Steven with those lineups, Steven and Jock, or downsize, and we still go Jeff and Jay Sean at 5.
Yeah, I was going to follow up about that. So you use Jabari at the 5 in certain lineups. I guess without him, you still have the option to go smaller. You would just go with Jay Sean or Ime, someone like that.
Yeah, that's a possibility, and the versatility that our wings have allows us to do that. But you look at Jeff, who was our backup 5 last year, small ball 5, and Jay Sean at times this year has done that, so that's not a problem at all.
I know it was only 2 games, but what were some of the things that you noticed you guys didn't have with the Thompson out that you know he's back? That he's back.
That we did not have?
Yeah.
One of the best defenders in the league, one-man fast break that ignites our pace by himself, and then that versatility to do the things. And obviously with him and Tari out, you're really relying on Dylan and some younger guys to guard the wings. But with a man back, you can put him on pretty much everybody out there and allow Dylan to get a break, guard some other guys, and do some different things defensively.
Kind of following up on that, with Ime back, will we still see Dylan as a primary defender on LeBron, or it just kind of depends on who else they have on the court?
Yeah, both. I think at times the beauty of Dylan is that he can upsize, downsize, whatever we need. Ime can do the same, and so a lot of times this year we've had Dylan on Wembanyama, Holmgren, Karl Anthony Towns, a lot of big guys to be able to switch certain actions. So some we're looking at with both those guys tonight, and I think their versatility allows them to guard both, whether it's James or Davis or whoever else.
The Lakers have been the top 10 defensive team over the last 10 games or so after being a bottom 5 for the first 20. Virtually the same personnel. Obviously, they made the trade to get Shake and Dorian Dallas later in this one.
Yeah.
How have you seen your teams with that success defensively? How much is it schemes, and how much is it like attitude and effort and want and execute what you have?
I'm not sure if they've done anything different schematically. The buy-in is a big piece of it, as always, and so I'm sure they did some different things coming into the year on both sides of the ball, and sometimes it just takes that time. And so I'm sure JJ is harping on that, the importance of that, and obviously when you're bottom 5 and looking at your wins and loss totals in the standings, you need to clean up I'm sure they've kind of bought into that. So that's been the biggest difference with them. Got some guys that'll help as far as that, but like you said, that's brand new, and I think it's just some more effort, buy-in, and sometimes it just takes time. I've been there with Boston, been there with us last year where it clicks eventually, and 30 games in, it's looking like it's starting to do that.
Coach, what are the kind of the key differences with Jabari out and Ahmed into the starting lineup? I guess especially in the offensive end, how does that dictate how you might play if at all?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, our man increases our pace by himself when he comes in, and we want him to do that. So just another initiator, handler with the starting unit, which Jabari isn't as much as him. The shooting, outside shooting is different, obviously, but man impacts the game so many ways on both sides of the ball. And so it gives us a little more versatility there. Some of the shooting is taken away, but you know, some of Fred and Jalen off ball a little bit more with him creating for other guys.
Obviously, LeBron's been doing it for a long time. I say this respectfully, but 3-year-old to 4-year-old, how impressive is it? His ability to play at a high level at this age.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, we have one in the building as well with Jeff, who is still flying around active, and I stopped playing at 34, 35 when I got into coaching, and can't imagine playing 5 more years at that high level. You know, and so you can always feel yourself slowing down in the 30s, the mid-30s, and so extremely impressive, the longevity, and obviously one of the best players in the league, but being able to sustain that level at that age, where most guys are done in the mid-30s, is very impressive.
Do you know when Jabari's having surgery?
No, not yet.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.